Hello! Today we are exploring the world of costume design. So let's go.
I got a brand new lens to look through every day. Happiness doesn't last, so I found a better way. And it feels like sunshine on my shoulders. It's the good life coming closer.
Is we're doing an overcast stitch, like my beautiful work right here. It's a little uneven. And it reminded us of the Coraline doll and how like they have overcast stitches. So the teacher, Miss Mallory, she actually had a Coraline doll that she just pulled out of the drawer. So that's why we're talking about Coraline. Oh look, hers is so good. Show off your work. Forget me. Look at that. And what's your name?
Lizzie.
Lizzie. Do you guys want to like introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Jaden.
I am Maggie.
And that is our table.
It was just supposed to work.
Why did you guys decide to do fashion design or costume design?
I've always kind of liked doing sewing, and it just kind of ingrained my work with theater.
I'm just doing it because I have to, but I'm having a good time. This has been my favorite principals class so far. So
I can't imagine how much work goes in like behind the scenes of making costumes.
So true.
We have a thimble.
That's how I learned it.
Let me demonstrate. So you go in. Okay. Oh, I don't know how to do it with overcast. We are going. Oh. Commence the thread off. Dun, dun, dun. So we have a needle and a thread, and Lizzie and I are about to compete to see who can put this thread in this needle. Let's start with the needle on the table to prevent some cheating. Lizzie. All right. Nathan, if you'd like to do the honors of telling us when to start.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my gosh. We can do this. You can do this. Lizzie, you're going down. No, she got it. I got it. I guess we can say Lizzie was the winner by a lot.
Colors, yeah.
So this garment, what time period is it from?
So this is an 18th century Polonaise. Most of the costumes we have here, it's constructed in a way that's really specific to costumes as opposed to like recreating historical fashion. We do use references in terms of, establishing style lines and creating a sense of silhouette that mimics period fashion. But something that we have to be aware of course, is like an actor would be really, really angry if we put them in something made out of whalebone, lined in wool, or horsehair, because it would be hot, scratchy, and they wouldn't be able to lift their arms. Exactly, and that's the thing that we don't want to do, and you're not going to do when we get to the challenge, is like yank until you can't breathe, because we want to suggest a sense of the period.
My ribs really appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to fracture anything in order to get a sense of that we're transporting in time and space. We're storytelling. We call it putting fake clothes on fake people. Like Olivia, your helper, will. Yeah.
This is who's gonna help us with. So the other team you're on.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got this super cute little jacket. Gives us that sense. So you've got this little jacket, and I'm gonna put it down there. Is this little hoof?
Like the draperies.
The fripperies, as it were. Underskirt, and that's your overskirt. Is it not moving? You've got to have a little bit of,
Claire, the suspense.
Exactly. A puff bustle, which lives over our corset layer.
Oh, it's like the hip pad thingies, right?
It is. And with the Polonaise, we're trying to be a milkmaid.
So this is the 18th century Kim Kardashian.
Completely. So you don't need to do all of the lacing.
Don't tell the other team that. You have to take it completely out. High five time. We got this. Okay.
Hi, I'm Ashley Fenton. And I'm Megan Woodard, and we are Team Costume. Hands on your hips. I definitely already messed this up, but it's fine. I feel the stress, I feel the pressure. Are you comfortable? I want to make sure I'm not killing you.
Because we're all team costumes.
The draperies are on.
Keep your arms straight back. Yeah.
Straight back.
Oh, I love that I can't move my arms.
accomplished the goal. The lack of movement in the 18th century. You nervous? How are we gonna do this?
I have faith.
I have they're still going. Patrick, when you're editing this, please make sure the time is still on.
Dramatic.
We're done.
Can you be this fancy for a long time? Another day at the office. Yeah.
I love it. You say your name first.
Okay, I'm Liv.
And I'm Disha, and we are team
Pins and
Needles. Woo!
Okay, arms up.
Kind of up.
Right.
Did I mess it up? Do I look like a prim and proper lady yet?
That was not very convincing.
I'll pretend to be Elizabeth Bennet, but in the wrong century. What's that last like? It's like I am perfectly error.
I love Pride and Prejudice.
This is why we're in the same team. Pride and Prejudice all the way.
Are you okay? Can you breathe?
I am okay.
Okay.
I'm thriving. You can go tighter if you need to. Oh, we're done. Okay. Kim Kardashian time.
I'm not. Get in.
Very professional terminology.
Yes. Pins and needles. Let's go.
I say Disney should make like an 18th century South Asian lady, and they should cast me.
I agree.
Who needs historically accurate stuff? I don't want to be in Bridger.
Disha's production value is much above Bridgerton, if you couldn't tell.
Okay.
Oh,
It's okay. Hold on. We're done.
I was born to do this. I love it. And
Lady
the
in Waiting.
stains just like add to it. I've been living in this. You know what happened with these stains? I was just having tea with the ladies, as you do, and they gave me some news, and I just was like, oh my, and I tipped over my tea, and that's where these stains came from. Let me present you with my arm. We have a little room for my wrist to breathe. Air conditioning. Oh, I got a choker! You know, back in the day, I didn't get the point of chokers. Because my mom would always put them on me. I just always felt like they were choking me, but then I realized
That's the point.
they're falling. That's it. Oh yes. I have retrieved the shoes. What I do? I don't know what I'm doing.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So in the costume shop, winning, it's not always about speed, but I mean usually it is, and like it's not always about skill. Yeah, usually it is too, or even knowing what you're doing. Yeah, it really is. But today our prize goes to you, my dear. Yay! So you can marry Antoinette all day and all night.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm losing my hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's all here. Oh look.
Thank you very much.
It like makes a weird sound.
So today we are with Miss Mallory, who is the head of costume design here at Texas Tech.
Yep, I'm the head of the design program and a professor of costume design, as well as the costume shop manager at the moment.
So I've clearly never met her before. This is our first interaction. But she has done so many amazing things here on Texas Tech's campus. Just yesterday, she was working with JoJo Siwa herself.
I wasn't. No, I said a group of really wonderful members of Team Costume. That's what I call anyone who comes in here, stays long enough, and I won't let leave. It went out to help at the United Supermarket Center and run wardrobe backstage, so it's pretty exciting.
That is so neat. I love her from Dance Moms. So how did you get involved in costume design? What is costume design? Tell us everything.
Okay, so costume design is sort of, in some ways, it's fashion adjacent in terms of we're looking at things that are worn on the body, but rather than moving forward in time, we're kind of looking backwards retrospectively. We're looking at why people wear what they wear, and sort of whether that's connected to an event or just who that person is. So really, costume design is all about clothes, but through that we reveal all sorts of things about people, society, and their relationship to one another.
Wow, I couldn't have said it better myself.
It's like I get paid the medium bucks to do that.
So how did you get involved with it? What made you inspired to be the head of costume design?
Well, interestingly enough, I started as an art major, and before that had looked into the sciences and things that probably are a little bit more lucrative in nature, but was working at a fabric store and had a professor walk through my line, and she said, come take this class in costumes, and I went, all right, that sounds like a strange time, and from that moment, it just became something that I knew was something I couldn't get enough of. And looking forward into my career, I thought, I'm going to be an educator. What do I want to teach? And so I picked a topic, dress, which is constantly changing and evolving, because it is something that I continuously have to learn about. And so costume design is really a land of sort of lifelong learning, understanding new aesthetic, and I figured it was something that I could both create a continuous dialogue and never get bored with, and that's absolutely the truth.
I feel like that's the dream job, where it's always something new and you don't get bored.
Yeah, exactly. And I had thought about being a studio artist, but there's something about this occupation where you interact, you still have a chance to make things and then present them out to the public, and it's just such a different way to present art.
No, it's full of creativity. That's what it
is.
is. It's just beautiful. Do you have any amazing things coming up, any projects that they should look forward to?
I think most immediately on deck, I'm designing a production called Dance Tech, which is the concert dance performance that's connected to the School of Theater and Dance at Texas Tech. And there'll be some really interesting things. Right now, I've got little piles behind me that'll eventually become light-up tutus, which I think is kind of a fun thing.
Light-up tutus.
Yeah, just
If you
another
need a
day job.
model, pick me.
Right on. Yeah, so it's another day at the office, do some light-up tutus, as well as there's a piece that's sort of inspired by Indra, and so it kind of deals with some spider imagery that one of the choreographers came up with. So that's a really just fun artistic piece. Otherwise, School of Theater and Dance also partners with Texas Tech Health Sciences Center to help them do their annual event called Disaster Day. And as part of that event, we provide the actors and all of the makeup that simulate a large-scale disaster. So in March, we're going to be putting on yet again another fake tornado to help first responders and medical providers learn how to engage with patients in the field using their first live contact patient, which happen to be our acting students.
And you guys don't know this, but I'm actually a pre-med student who also is a theater minor. So this was something that I was very passionate for. That's what I want to do in the future. And I was actually part of the first simulation that Texas Tech partnered with. Was it Covenant? Or was it?
I think that one might have been through a Covenant, but we've
so cool. And it's a great way to sort of pull in different fields that you don't think are interconnected, but they really are. And you are a living example of doing that. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, and I guess that's why I do costume design, because it's never the same job, it's never the same activity, and it's a continuous exploration in how do I connect dissimilar parts together into a whole. And I love that sort of problem solving and creativity and what it yields. And ultimately, it's cool experiences like that cross over in ways that you never thought possible.
Wow.
I'm gonna awkward. Do you like that awkward look into the camera?
I love that awkward look into the camera.
Yeah.
I want to take a class with you looking at this amazing environment, and you as a professor, amazing. How can they become students here at Texas Tech with costume design?
So in looking at our curriculum, there are some courses, of course, like Intro to Theater that are open to non-majors that do kind of cross over, and you do get an introduction to all of the really cool shops, because it's not just the costume shop. We think we're the best, but the scene shop and the electric shops are also really fun environments. There are courses like the practicums that are connected to our production season, as well as some of the introductory courses that can be taken advantage of by non-majors. However, I always think that becoming a minor or becoming one of our family of majors is the best way to sort of immerse. And theater uniquely is something that is actually translating to other industry like business, the medical field, etc., and is sort of a pioneer in that STEAM model rather than STEM. So if you're kind of interested and curious, just come play with us in a practicum.
It's all on the website.
Yep.